everyone, and welcome to another episode of Car Wash Magazine Live. I am your host, Matt DeWolf, Editor-in-Chief of Car Wash Magazine. So, look, today's going to be super fun. We've got a couple folks joining us from ModWash. We've got Hutton and JT Thomson. They're going to come onto the program here in just a few minutes and share their story with you. They're growing at a super aggressive pace. It's a fascinating story, but it goes way deeper than just a brand that is growing. It's a really special brand, I think, in my conversations with them there. And so I think you guys are going to learn a lot. And I think it's going to be really insightful. So stay tuned for that. Look, I just got back. We come to you live every week, at least for the time being, from the beautiful Car Wash Studios in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is also known as my basement office. I just got back last night from visiting a couple of washes in Chicago, which, I'm reminded when I get the opportunity to do that, how special that is and how fun it is and how much I enjoy kind of getting to hear everybody's stories. And so we got to go see Delta Sonic. We got to go see Dave D'Alessandro at JetBrite and had a couple great visits. So I'm just reminded about the positivity in the industry right now and what's going on. So, hey, if you guys have a positive thing or something you're excited about, go ahead and put that in the comments. This program does exist, if you recall, to lift up this industry and share and highlight and bring out all the positive things going on. So post that down in the comments if you want, and we will lift each other up as we go forward. So, look, I took a little bit of time off from this week in Car Wash, and guess what happened? The news wire blew up. So if you want to get featured in the little scroll down at the bottom, you send in your news releases, your stories, your great stuff to me at mdewolf@carwash.org, and we'll get it in the ticker, and we'll talk about it on the show. Now, normally I'd spend a little more time on this, but I'm going to do like rapid fire version of what's been going on, because there's a ton going on. A lot of acquisitions, a lot of new builds, a lot of movement in the industry with some folks changing companies, but ready, here we go. All right, so Bubble Bath Car Wash down in San Antonio. They were voted Best Car Wash in San Antonio by the Your SA Reader's Choice Awards. Boom, that's pretty awesome. Everwash, they ranked 45th on the A16Z Marketplace 100. What the heck is that? It's a list for fastest growing consumer-facing startups. Whitewater Express, 10 Hypershine locations acquired in Ohio, Kentucky, and Michigan. Istobal came out with an announcement saying they're expecting pre-pandemic growth in 2021. Woody's Wash Shack, that's a tongue twister. I had to practice that. They're on the move with expansion. And RWC, they won the Metro Atlanta Top Workplaces in 2021, which is presented by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Whew. All right, so that's what's going on. There's a lot more than that. You can see it in the scroller. You guys all know that it's a busy time in this industry. Send me your news, mdewolf@carwash.org. Other things happening. Let's talk ICA land stuff. So this week on the podcast, let's just get that up for you so you know where to get those things. This week on the podcast, we had a conversation with Kip Kofsky and Mark Wells over at Arcadian Services. We were talking chemistry. We're talking the advancements in chemistry and how that can kind of be part of that customer experience that we're all striving for. And we talked a lot about partnerships and relationships and how they work. So check that out, carwashthepodcast.com. Or anywhere that you are consuming that podcast content. We are there. All right, what else? So ICA land, you may recall or you may not recall if you haven't been paying attention. We launched LEAD at the beginning of this year, and so LEAD it's online training for car wash managers. It's car wash specific. It's a really special program, I think, and I think that we're starting to see now. I'm going to show you guys something pretty cool. We're starting to see now folks are getting through that kind of first content path. So we talked a lot about that. First one is about talent management and helping your managers really hone those skills in becoming better people managers. And so I'm showing it to you guys now. So Shanice Brown, manager at Jack's Car Wash in Florida, you're looking at her certification. She is LEAD Talent Management certified as a manager in the talent management domain. So super cool. This is an excellent way for us to be able to showcase the achievements of our people, right? And for them to feel proud about it and to go out in their networks and in their social networks. And so to be able to complete that and have that badge and see people do that, super awesome. Super excited to start seeing a lot more of those in the next few months. So if you guys need more information about it, you know where to go. It's right down here, carwash.org/lead. You can get all the details from there. Okay, so last week we had Miles Johnson and Rocky Crossland on the show, and we were talking to them about everything that's going on at Miles Auto Spa and Express Wash down in Tennessee. And if you weren't here and you weren't watching it and you weren't with us, that's okay, because I've got a quick snippet for you from Rocky talking about what they're finding helpful and useful when it comes to modular wash buildings and the benefits of that. So let's check it out.
Typically, it saves us about 6 to 8 weeks in the process, Matt. When we originally designed the building, Miles and I sat down with the folks at ModWash, and we picked out the signature elements in our existing building and our existing brand, and we were able to tie those in with our modular design that we use. We still use our sloping sky sails that we have produced that give us a very unique look. They're at all of our locations. And so we picked these signature elements. We were able to replicate those with the modular building. But while we're doing the dirt work and the underground utilities of the construction process, our building's being built. And we're doing it simultaneously. We don't have to wait in a linear fashion for the construction and dirt work to be done to start doing brick and stick mortar. Our building's being produced. They bring it in on trucks, and typically within 10 days, we've got a building with a roof on it, where that process normally takes 8 to 10 weeks if you're doing it in a stick and brick fashion. So it saves us a lot of time. We believe it saves us somewhere between 20 to 25% on our cost, on our construction costs. And that doesn't take into account all of the expenses Miles was describing, where we have the ability to save a lot of engineering cost and a lot of engineering time, because we're taking it off the shelf and we're putting it on a new footprint. So those items are good. The last item that definitely makes a determining factor in this is modular buildings have a different depreciation schedule than regular stick and brick. We can depreciate it faster. The tax codes associated with this allow us to maximize the benefit of using a modular building instead of using a traditional 25-year schedule.
All right, so there it was. That's Rocky talking about those benefits of modular buildings, and lots of really nice things when you can do that with cost savings, brand consistency, a lot of elements. If you guys want to see the full episode and hear everything we talked about with Miles and Rocky, you can see that at carwashmagazine.com. Make sure you check that out. Hey, guess what time it is? It's time for my favorite segment. We got jokes.
What do they serve at the North Pole McDonald's? Burgers!
There you have it, friends. That's what they serve at the North Pole McDonald's, in case you were wondering. So if you guys have jokes, if you have kids who want to tell those jokes, or if you're just a kid at heart and you want to tell the joke and send it in, we'll share it with everybody. You can send those to mdewolf@carwash.org. There's a theme here, guys. You got to send me your stuff, and then I will share it. That's how these things work. So, all right, we've got a special little profile coming up here that we're excited to share with you. But right after that, we're gonna dive in with ModWash's Karen Hutton and JT Thomson. Okay, so these guys, it's impressive. You don't even know. So, all right, we've got 18 locations at this company right now. They're planning to get up over 40 by the end of this year. It's going to be a great story. A lot of really special things going on. Stay tuned for that. We're going to come back to that right after this video about ICS.
Hello, my name is Warren Day. I'm the new general manager for ICS. My background originally is in mechanical engineering. I worked for Honda for several years in R&D, taking my passion of cars and combining that with learning new technologies to understand how we can improve daily lives for our customers. From there, I went to Harvard Business School where I got my MBA and transitioned more into the commercial side of business. Built a lot of connections throughout the industrial space and in the industry. And it was through that I learned about ICS and Dover at large, and was really excited about this opportunity because of where ICS was in its journey and maturity, and taking a truly innovative company that has some incredible products and a lot of passion within the people, but yet transitioning them into a larger organization, kind of going from that startup mode, which is where ICS had always been, into, okay, now how can we take that passion, that innovation, and keep the core part of it, but yet move the organization into a direction that allows us to put some processes in place, allows us to better service our customers' needs. Kevin Dietrich has done an amazing job building up this business, and I know one thing that I want to make sure I communicate both to the market, but as well as the team here at ICS, is that Kevin's not going anywhere. My role is here to take over the daily management of the business that allows Kevin to free up his time to focus more on the future technology and what's next for the car wash industry. So we're excited that he is still a part of this team, and I've been fortunate enough to get to know him pretty well over the last couple of months, and intend to continue to work with him and leverage his knowledge both about the company and the industry, but also the amazing sense of innovation that he brings to this industry. So with the acquisition and how ICS will continue to operate in the future, we are still a standalone business. We will be able to leverage the access to capital and some of the best practices throughout Dover that will help us become a stronger company. But in the daily operations, we are still ICS moving forward. So we're going to maintain the same relationships, both with our customers as well as our distribution and supply chain. We have some exciting opportunities in the near future, constantly thinking about our customer and how we can serve them better. Moving forward, you can expect to see a lot of great things from ICS.
All right, friends, there you go. That is a nice little people profile on Warren Day over at ICS. Super fun to hear that story. Hope you guys appreciate that. Thanks to ICS for being a proud Champions Council member as well of the International Car Wash Association. So it's time, guys. It's time. I'm so excited. We're gonna bring our guests on in just 1 second. I do want to set this up for you a little bit, okay? So ModWash. Okay, ModWash is a company that's growing super quickly, and they have a history behind them of kind of the basis of how they're able to do that we're going to share with you today. But one of the key things to consider here is the development work is happening with Hutton Development, right? So Hutton Development is known for being able to achieve really big things really, really fast, and they're well respected in the commercial development space. Build things like Walmart's, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A's. The list goes on and on and on and on. Okay, so there's a reason that they're able to do these things and to grow quickly, and we're going to talk about that. And guess when we're going to talk about that? We're going to talk about it right now. Okay, so we're going to bring on to the show. Here we go. We've got Karen Hutton and JT Thomson. Guys, gals, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for having us.
I am, I've said it like probably 17 times, but I'm excited for this episode because when we got the chance to learn a little bit more about you guys and what you all are doing there at ModWash, it really is impressive. And I think it's big statements that I think people are going to say, what? But that's okay because I like to kind of push that needle. So before we kind of jump into it here, I want to know why in the world you ended up in car washing here. And let's just start, Karen. If you can kick us off here, go ahead and we'll let you have the floor.
Yeah, so thank you for the introduction, and it is exciting, and it is a great story, and we have great people that are implementing and making this actually happen. So Hutton is a development company for 22 years representing tenants all over the country and fighting for those opportunities to lead and, be great competitors for the other developers and do what we do, which is find real estate, permit the real estate, get the budgeting, permit, construct, deliver the keys, trees the keys in the planned time that you started to begin with. And that's what we're great at. Opportunity comes when, I've noticed car washes for quite a while, and I've had reached out to people in the past to say, how did I do this? I'd pick out locations on our shopping center developments and said, this is a great car wash location. They go, yeah, but you don't have a car wash. I go, I know, but it's a great one. And then lo and behold, Tidal Wave comes and gets on my site in Hinesville, Georgia. And that happened a few times. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know anything about car washes, so I didn't know a lot about the schools, and shame on me for not reaching and understanding how to get educated, because we've been around a lot sooner, had that. But having opportunities that didn't work out with developing for some other car wash companies planted the seed, and we learned enough about the equipment to be dangerous. And my development team learned all about how to lay out the tunnels, what the equipment was about, asked a lot of questions, and we had to kind of figure things out. And then all of a sudden, the opportunities we thought to grow someone wasn't there. And we'd spent a lot of time on it. And I said, let's just do it. And that's what happened, basically. And so then the name came, so ModWash.
That's fascinating. You've been trying to get into this space for a while. You've been watching it and trying, and now, I think that one of the interesting things is that it's all really about timing, right? It just, for whatever reason, it fell into place now, and now's the time to do it. And frankly, it could not be a better time to be in this industry. So I think you chose well. But it's always about, there's the washing cars piece, and there's the bottom line piece, and that's great. But I know that for ModWash, it's about much more than washing cars. Can you share a little bit of that vision piece?
So, JT and I share the same vision, and that's why we're on the team together. But there's going to be great car washes that can wash and clean cars based on location, period. For us to be great is to remember and know that the most important person to us in the world when they're on property is my customer. And to share that ripple effect, to smile and be with someone, and to be present, and to be concerned, or not concerned, but to be interested and focused, I think is a great place to start, especially when you're in a public opportunity like we have today, to be able to show that when someone's coming on property. So I love that ripple effect. We've done a lot, and that's the Mod Drop. And if we can do ripple effects in our communities, giving back, we're doing fundraisers today through Sunday for all the schools here in Hanover, Pennsylvania. And we hope we raise a lot of money, and I'm sure I'll match some myself, because that's just what I like to do, and personally. And so it's going to be fun. And I had a lot of great conversations today with the city and how engaged they are. So when we get engaged with the communities, and we're growing teams, and we're growing people, and it's positive. Yeah. What could be more fun than that?
Yeah, it's hard to not get exciting about making a difference in your community, wherever that community may be, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, JT, I wanna get your kind of backstory here real briefly for everybody. Can you give us kind of where you came into the industry and why?
Yeah, you bet. So I built my first car wash in 2002. I had a software company, and we were in the process of getting acquired, and had a buddy who owned a few car washes in Atlanta. And I thought, man, he was always fishing down in Pensacola. So I thought that's the job I need right there. So I actually built my first car wash in Atlanta in 2002. And then subsequently had a little flexibility. We moved out from Atlanta back to Salt Lake City. And then I built some car washes there, which subsequently sold to Mr. Car Wash, and then was also a Sundays distributor as well in the Utah, Southern Idaho, and Northern Nevada markets as well. So yeah, been in this business for almost 20 years.
It gets a little scary when you say that, doesn't it?
I know it does.
Well, I say it like almost every week on the show, but you get a little car wash soap, a little chemistry in your blood, and you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's funny. Hey, okay, so ModWash, it's growing fast. You guys had 18. You're 18 right now. I guess you just opened one though, right, Karen? You guys are you're 19. Yeah, so 19 today. Yeah. That's exciting. Yay! Let's do.
18 when we last spoke.
Yay. All right, so we've got a goal for this year to get to 42 or 43 or somewhere above 40, somewhere north of 40. Yep. How in Hades are you going to do that?
Well, we're hiring, and I think the development side is one combination, obviously, but you got to operate those stores, which is the most important when they get here. And JT and our team is working every day, always be hiring, is kind of our theme here, regardless if you need someone, because if you find great people, it's always great to have them around you. We've just landed a high-level position, which we can't announce yet, that's going to team with JT and our ops people currently. That is a game changer, and will also set us on the path to total success with the knowledge we're putting in place and the team we're willing to build, how we stretch, how we grow, how we think out of the box. I mean, we're creative, and we're looking in different industries that are very relative to service and understand development, retail, construction, locations, operations, people, data. That's important. So that's what we're focused on. And so it's got to be people. The development side, that's just what we do. I've got 50 something under construction right now, and not just ModWash, but quite a few other tenants, and turning over the extra 25 or 26 years, all in the pipeline, already been permitted. Just, we closed on 17 properties between January and March already. Some of those are ModWash, and some are other great tenants that we represent that we still love to work for. So they keep us sharp where we don't get somehow a little comfortable with ourselves and how we're doing. You know, we've got the great retail tenants that keep us sharp and on point to deliver great stores.
Well, you know, I think that development side is huge because, you know, a lot of the growth that we're seeing in the industry right now, a lot of folks, it's acquisition based, right? And so it's either a lot of acquisition or it's a mix of acquisition and some new builds. But you all are taking the approach of really it's new builds, and I think it's really fascinating because if you put the resource to something, yeah, you can do it. And it's really fascinating how you guys really do have the experience behind you in doing this and being able to do it quickly and to get through all the challenges that really can kind of hamstring someone who as they're doing these new developments. But there is a but. There's always a but, right? So, but like you said, you hit on this. You got to be able to operate the thing. So JT, how do you scale operations from 18, 19 up to 42, 43, and beyond that, as you kind of get into this thing? And I kind of want to know too, is it like a race? Is Karen, are you like, I'm going to build like 50 and see if JT can keep up?
It's along those lines for sure, Matt. You know, the first thing you got to do is it's all about people, right? And Karen touched on this. And the problem with the car wash business is it's still relatively immature. There's just not a big population of people in this industry who have a lot of multi-unit management experience. So we are looking, you know, outside of our industry. We're having to create training programs internally. And you know, you've just got to be able to harvest the people that you have. So the good thing is you know, a career opportunity within ModWash right now is, you know, just superb. I think for a lot of our employees, they're extremely excited about, you know, our vision and their ability to grow their career with us. So, you know, we push people really hard internally. We expect a lot out of them. And, you know, good thing is, you know, we have so many people that are really delivering. So for us, it's continually just, you know, as Karen said, always be hiring, right? I mean, and we're always looking, you know, out there. So for us to execute, you know, and I work closely with our development team. They are just A+. Like when I came on board, just very, very impressed with the team over there. I work great with them. And then we're building a field ops team, which is, you know, in this business, extremely important because you got to, you know, getting a clean, shiny, dry car is, you know, that's the goal for everybody. And, you know, we feel like we hit that, but you got to go beyond that too, right? You got to really deliver the experience for the customer. And that really requires the people that you have on the ground.
And what do you think on that experience side? What do you think for ModWash is going to be like the thing? Like, what's going to differentiate ModWash from the wash down the street? Or what does?
Well, Karen,
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Karen said a lot of it too, which is, you know, we focus on every customer, right? We are highly engaged with our customers. We're highly engaged. You know, we have a push in our communities trying to, you know, reach back into those and do some good things there. So, you know, we want to be a part of the community. And I think that's a big focus for us. So, and a lot of this is blocking and tackling, Matt, right? I mean, you got to be on your A game every single day. We show up And, as we say, we leave it on the field when we leave at the end of the day, right? We give 100%. We're always looking to exceed our customers' expectations.
I love that. I think what's really different and really important to the essence, I think, of what car washing is and has historically been is that community piece. I think that's super important. And I mean, everybody wants to feel like, they're supporting businesses that care about where they are. So I think that's super awesome. I really love that. I love this ripple effect concept that you were talking about, Karen. Can you expand a little bit more on that? Like that's the whole essence. The Mod Drop, that whole brand is all about this ripple effect.
Yes, I think, a lot of times when I've talked to my team on the development side, so, ModWash is last year, creativity and getting it focused, but I would always talk about how things we do creates a ripple effect. Whether you're at work, if we can grow great people internally at different levels of times in their life and my promise is that you'll be a better person, more knowledgeable, more experienced, make more money when you leave Hutton. We'd love you to stay. It didn't always work that way, but that's a promise. And I believe I have met that very high percentage. That's the ripple effect. So then they take that, they go somewhere else. They have what JT's saying, like we're really a bunch of, type A's running around, how quick can we do something? Yeah. And it's not about a car wash. Sometimes it's about how quick did you look that number up? Man, that's fast. So it's just kind of in our DNA. And so we can get, and people, not everyone wants to be that way. That's fine too. But we feel like for our customer, is my tenant, my client, if I can service them better than anybody else, give them more than what they asked for, with the least resistance, at the price, in the time, more than they could have ever thought they got from one developer, that's a great profile, and that's our platform. And teaching that to someone and to go in their life and do that at home with your kids, with your wife, your family, how we want to do things. And the passion, I think, is really important. So it's easy to say, execution is tough.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you, JT, you've been living this life, right? When you're trying to spin up 6 at one time and operationalize the whole thing and figure out where the people are going to come from, and right now that's not easy.
No, it's not.
And the other thing I want to talk about a little bit about, because we're conquering the universe here today. We've got it figured out on the development side. We've got it pretty close, if not there, on the kind of people and operational side, and we're building that kind of as we go. But what about there's a wild card in here, right? Like, you got to get your equipment from somewhere. You got to get supply chain stuff kind of working in your favor. How do you do that? How do you make sure that the growth plans that you have and that you are trying to reach can be kind of met by your vendor communities too? Because those vendors are serving other clients as well, right?
It's critical, for sure.
JT and I both can talk about it because we have announced our patented partners yet for the biggest vendors that people talk about, which is chemistry and equipment. But looking down the road, 7 months down the road is what we're already talking about, 9 months down the road, and aligning our team now and making sure we're great partners. I mean, my vendors are my clients. If I'm not treating them well, with respect, giving a heads up, we're going to have heated conversations. We're going to all make mistakes. We're going to mess up. How we correct it, how we get out of it, how we treat them, how we all get back on the path is what we're great at and what we strive to be. Pay fast makes fast friends. And so pay fast, your vendors love you. They know they're going to get it. There's no, you didn't, blah, blah, blah. Now, we hold people accountable. We'll help them correct things. We're not just going to leave people. We get construction. We get development. We have a construction arm, Barry Hutton. Excellent. 150 people, done over 2,000 single tenant developments in shopping centers and medical, over the past 25 years. We get it. And when you can say we get it, and someone says so-and-so gets it, I go, that's enough for me. Because my team knows when they tell me someone gets it, I go, good, I look forward to meeting them. That says something that they're the one.
Yeah, I think there is
got off topic there because that's what
that's okay. I think it's important to realize that, like, look, this is a relational business, and the way that you treat people is going to matter at the end of the day.
we want to be the customer of choice for our vendors, right? We are, you said it, we're a supply chain play, really. For us to deliver on the crazy numbers, and we will deliver on those, we have to have the right partners. I mean, it's just absolutely critical for us.
Yeah, the customer service back to us is as important as the customer service as we give to our customers on property at ModWash. And so it has to be at a high level, or we can't be what we're telling you we want to be. Mm-hmm. And so those standards are very high. And then these other vendors are all growing. And so they're being stretched. They're trying to figure it out. So they're stretched more than I am. And they've been in the industry a long time. So there's a lot of stretching right now of resources, pricing, equipment, timelines, installation, mm-hmm. recycle. I mean, everything you've got, there's a lot of it, focused on this industry. So all eyes are on car washes, which is awesome. And what a great opportunity for the people who paved the way the last 50 years, and it's probably 75 years, to allow us to be recognized in these families that have really paved the way for us to be able to jump in and recognize it and make it something that they're proud of. Mm-hmm. So I love the industry, and I love the fact that we can do that, and it didn't just fall in it just didn't fall down somewhere and not be the pristine customer experience, car wash, great equipment it is today.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice when you can kind of put the energy out in the universe and get to where you want to be. Like I know you were watching the industry, you were trying to get into it for a long time. You're here today. That's super exciting. JT, you've lived the dream or the nightmare. I'm not sure which it is some days, but you've been there. And I think that's important as well. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do with your partnership. I always love sharing these stories. I want to take just a minute to say thank you, both of you, to taking the time today and to sharing a little bit about what ModWash is up to. So thanks for being on the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, if you guys are watching at home, look, this is just an example. We like to lift people up. We're all about positivity here. This is a positive space, a safe space where we can share and be proud of each other and learn a little bit along the way. So if you're watching at home and you want to see more stories like this, you can do that at carwashmagazine.com. And you know what? Every week when you're out there, there's just one thing you've got to do, and that is keep it clean. I'm just having a good day,